Does education just give us knowledge, or does it actually change the way we think? This is a question that goes deep into our personal and intellectual growth. Let's explore how different levels of education, from senior high school all the way to a doctorate, shape our minds in distinct ways. Think back to senior high school. The focus was often on discipline, following rules, and structured learning. We were trained to memorize facts, follow instructions, and excel in standardized tests. This system built a strong foundation of knowledge, but it also encouraged a certain way of thinking, one that valued finding the right answer over asking critical questions. We learned to operate within a given framework, which was great for building discipline, but perhaps not so much for fostering independent thought. Then came the undergraduate level, or S1. Suddenly, we were encouraged to think more for ourselves. We started analyzing texts, debating ideas in class, and forming our own opinions. This was a big shift. We were no longer just absorbing information. We were beginning to engage with it. However, many of us still looked to our lecturers and textbooks as the ultimate authorities. We were hesitant to truly challenge ideas, but the seeds of independent thinking were definitely planted. Our thought patterns began to evolve from simply accepting information to questioning it. If you continued to a master's degree, or S2, you'd notice another significant change. The emphasis shifted heavily towards analysis, evaluation, and deep theoretical understanding. We weren't just learning what others had said. We were expected to compare different perspectives, critique existing research, and build our own strong, evidence-based arguments. At this stage, our thinking became more reflective and analytical. We learned that knowledge isn't static or absolute, but is constantly being debated and refined. We started to see the world in shades of grey rather than black and white. Finally, at the doctoral level, or S3, the ultimate goal is original thought. The entire process is designed to push you to the very edge of what is known in your field. You are no longer a student learning from others. You are a researcher tasked with creating new knowledge. Doctoral candidates are required to question established theories, identify gaps in understanding, and make a unique contribution. The thinking here is highly critical, deeply independent, and relentlessly driven by inquiry. Education is no longer about learning what is known, but about challenging and expanding the boundaries of knowledge itself. So, from the structured discipline of high school to the independent inquiry of a PhD, each stage of education molds our thought patterns in a unique way. This leads to a fascinating question. To what extent are our thoughts truly our own? Are we thinking freely, or are our minds shaped by the very educational systems we've passed through? Think about your own journey. How has your education, whether it was high school, a bachelor's, or beyond, influenced your mindset, your beliefs, and the way you approach problems? It's a powerful reflection that helps us understand not just what we know, but how we've learned to think. So, what do you think? Do you agree that education fundamentally influences our thought patterns? Share your experiences and opinions in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content.